Okay, we have some beautiful chicken legs from a local meat market. Then what we're going to do is put them in some buttermilk, some local honey, sweet smoked paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. We're going to let that marinate for probably about 4 to 5 hours and soften up that chicken and get it some seasoning. Okay, we've got our beautiful chicken legs bathing. We're going to put them in the fridge and let them rest. Okay, we took some of those potatoes we just got and we're going to make some homemade french fries out of them. I've cut them up. We're going to put some ice water on them, let them soak for a little bit. After a couple hours, I'm going to dump it and do it again. Get some of those starches off there and help them fry up better. What we'll probably end up doing with these is a double fry on them to help them get that nice crispy crunch to them. Just a quick shot of what it looks like. We're going to put it in the fridge. Okay, so we're going to do something new and old at the same time, I guess you could say. First off, these are some drumsticks that I had posted yesterday. Said we were going to make them for the football Sunday. We ended up having beer cheese soup instead, which was amazing. What we're going to do with these chicken, they've been in buttermilk and several seasonings for close to 24 hours now. Nice soak on those beautiful babies. We're going to take them, we're going to cook them in this jar with some peanut oil. We're going to put some onions and snackable small bell peppers in there with them. Now, this is going to be a slow process. When we put the peanut oil on the chicken, we'll be putting water in our pot right here. That water will get hot enough to, of course, cook that oil, and it will kind of fry our chicken up in a way. Now, I'm not going to be putting any flour or anything on the drumsticks as of now. I'm just going to put these ingredients together in the jar, and we are going to start cooking it. Once I get everything cut up here, it's just going to be a rough chop. Nothing specific, just enough to get in there. We're going to put the chicken in the jar, put the peanut oil on, and we'll get cooking here in a couple minutes. Okay, as you can see, we have got our peppers, a whole onion, a Spanish sweet onion, jalapeno, and I decided to put some local honey in on top. Next will go our peanut oil, and I will pour that in once we get it into the dish with the water in it. So I can't wait to see how this turns out. Okay, as you can see, we've got our lid on. We've got it filled with peanut oil, all kinds of seasonings, mixed it up quite a bit. I've got some water in the pan here. As you can see, some of the peanut oil kind of spilled over when I lifted the lid off, but it ain't gonna hurt anything. So here we go, giving it a try. I cannot remember who sent this to me a couple of weeks ago, but I've been wanting to try it, and if you can remember who it was, please take credit for it, especially if it succeeds. I also did some history on this, and I find out a lot of countries in Europe have cooked this way, and in India and the Middle East as well. So I'm interested to give it a try myself, see how it turns out. Okay, we have them out of the jar. They seem to have cooked pretty decently. Heck of a smell. It's been about 4.5 hours. What I'm going to do now is just throw them in the air fryer to crisp them up a little bit. As you can see, there's the vegetables and the peanut oil. And then, of course, the water in the pan. We've tasted one of them, and they are quite delicious, especially with the seasonings that I put in here. Okay, tonight's dinner is ready to go down. We have our twice fried homemade French fries. And then we have our chicken drumsticks that we made in a jar. And then we just spent a little bit of time crisping them up in the air fryer. Delicious meal. One thing to remember with the jar, if you're going to do it, it's going to take a while to cook the chicken through, so be prepared for that. Start early. Bon appetit.